Aisha Mandoff worked as an event planner for a medical device company, and her husband Ezra was a sound technician. They told us they enjoyed a comfortable life with their children. Then suddenly, Aisha suffered a life-threatening medical condition, and all of a sudden, the family's world turned upside down. At night, the family car is strategically parked in a spot that is hidden in plain view.
It's scary, it's crazy, it's madness.
It's not really me that she wants. I think she just wants out.
17-month-old Eden Mandoff wants out of the car, restless after being in it for hours with her parents, brother, and sister.
Driving around a lot it's frustrating, it's difficult, especially when you have a toddler in the car.
The Toyota Camry has been home for the past several months. It's the family's lifeline, but it's one that offers limited security.
Are the cops going to pull up on us? Are we going to get caught by, Child Protective Services? Are they going to take my children away? Is someone going to come by the car and break into the car?
Aisha Mandoff got sick after giving birth to Eden. She says she suffered from life-threatening medical conditions, pulmonary embolism, pneumonia, and a collapsed lung. She was hospitalized and took months to recover.
Anything can happen, just be ready.
Daughter Tamia Proctor is 17 and says the sudden turn of events was eye-opening.
A lot of people are one incident, one accident, one job loss away from the exact same situation.
It's starting to look up.
Stepfather Ezra took time off from work to care for Aisha and their new baby as Aisha recovered. He eventually lost his job. The family wasn't able to pay rent and started receiving welfare and food stamps.
We just weren't able to keep up, to be very honest.
Lightning fast. Literally, I gave birth in the month of March, and by July of last year, I had nowhere to live. I was on the streets.
The family tells me they were evicted from their home here in East Oakland. They were paying about $2,500 a month in rent for a 3-bedroom apartment. Since then, they say they haven't been able to find anything affordable in the Bay Area.
This is breakfast for me now.
This is life eating on the go.
Now, many days begin with the family of 5 cleaning up in the car and finding a public bathroom, this time in a public park. 16-year-old Jonathan stays by the car. This family's story is a familiar one for Connie Green with the nonprofit Building Opportunities for Self-Sufficiency, a group that runs shelters and helps find stable housing for the homeless.
We try to move people to Sacramento. We try to move them into Stockton, but even Stockton rents went up above most people's income level.
Green says the demand for subsidized housing in the Bay Area is staggering.
I don't know what you can do if we don't find a way to make housing that is not necessarily subsidized, but is affordable, like below market rate.
The family says there is light at the end of this dark journey. At the suggestion of a friend, the Mandoffs started this GoFundMe account in July. In 3 weeks, they far exceeded their goal of $7,500. With the surprise windfall, the family hit the road to look for an affordable apartment, driving back and forth to Las Vegas, where housing is cheaper. Hours after returning, Jonathan is at basketball practice at Oakland High. He made the varsity team for fall. The 16-year-old says basketball helped him cope when they lost their home during his mom's sickness.
It's terrible. We were going through a lot at that moment in time.
His grades plummeted.
He's not alone.
Jonathan's basketball coach says during the past 5 years, he's seen an increase in the number of students having to move out of Oakland because of financial struggles.
We've helped kids with groceries. We've helped kids' parents with rent.
But Jonathan was determined and bounced back to a 3.0 grade point average. After practice, Jonathan joins his family as they go to their storage unit, a trek they make several times a week. They are packing up a change of clothing.
This is the good old job interview blazer.
As day turns to night, the family manages to find a hotel room in Concord.
think she definitely is happy to be indoors.
As they settle in for the night, they say they have reason for cautious optimism. With the money from GoFundMe, they say they are applying for an apartment in Las Vegas where the rent is $1,200 a month for a 3-bedroom, half of what they were paying in East Oakland.
Feeling powerless and helpless and hopeless. I don't ever want to feel like this again. I'm going to make a point of making better plans for our future.
The family tells me they're waiting to see if they've been approved for that apartment in Las Vegas. They say they love Oakland and didn't want to leave the Bay Area, but in order to survive, they need to go where they can start over. The Mandoffs hope to find work soon and start saving to buy their own home someday.
Wow. Their little daughter is so adorable. You really get a sense of just how tiring and what their life is like, but it's so exciting to see that they're going to be moving out to Las Vegas, hopefully, and a whole new adventure.
Absolutely.
Amber, thank you.
But prayers for them. Thanks, Amber.